From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Local Point, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Gale in for Chris Piner today. Now, in early 2009, many Vernal businesses, including the state liquor store, were reprimanded for selling alcohol to minors. While employees may now be more aware to check their IDs for straight-up booze, they and the public may not be aware that some energy drinks actually contain alcohol. Today's guest is here to talk all about energy drinks. We welcome into the studio Sandra Richins, prevention specialist at Northeastern Counseling Center. Welcome, Sandra. This is a really interesting topic. As I did a little research on this before we met today, I found that there's a big difference between one energy drink and another. So, first question, what's the big deal with energy drinks?
Well, the big deal with the energy drinks actually is the fact that our consumers don't realize the amount of caffeine that they're actually getting in energy drinks. And therefore, the major consumers are young people, so that's our area of concern. Mm-hmm. And so while we're on the topic of, what our concern is, our biggest concern is what they're putting in these energy drinks, which one of the main ingredients is guarana. And guarana is actually a berry that grows in Brazil. And it has a little seed inside of it that's about the size of a coffee bean. But it has 3 times more caffeine in it than a coffee bean. And so when they list it on an energy drink, they will put 25, 50 milligrams of guarana. And so the consumer really has no idea of knowing how much caffeine they're actually consuming.
Now, are they required to put on the ingredients list that guarana actually contains caffeine, or the amount of caffeine? It just gives the amount of guarana.
Energy drinks are not regulated by the FDA, surprisingly enough. And so they can put just guarana, or they could put the milligrams of guarana. They put caffeine, sometimes they put the milligrams of caffeine. And along with these ingredients, they list some things that are good for you, like vitamin Bs and ginseng and ginkgo, which promises like memory capabilities. And ginseng is it fights toxins from your body and gives you energy also. It's a stimulant. And then with the vitamin Bs, they're an antioxidant. They clarify and clean your body. So when consumers see this listed on an energy drink, then they feel like they are getting something that's good for them. But so what we need to remember as a consumer is just because it lists something good on a product that has potentially harmful effects, it doesn't make it good for you.
Now, so what are some of the potentially harmful effects? I mean, caffeine, people drink coffee every day. What could this do to you?
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because like in this vitamin water, a lot of people consume these, like in the gym, I see people when they're working out drinking a vitamin water. And what we need to remember is not all of the vitamin waters have caffeine in them. However, if the product says energy on it, then it lists caffeine. It has caffeine or a caffeine product in it. So what they're doing, they are trying to hydrate their bodies because they're working out and pushing their bodies really hard and perspiring. But what they're actually doing is they're dehydrating their body because caffeine is a diuretic. So this energy water does contain caffeine. And then also this SoBe down here contains caffeine also, a caffeine source, which is guarana, and they list it on the front, but it's not on the back of this product.
That's interesting.
Yes, so as a consumer, we just need to be aware. We had a grandmother attend one of our energy drink presentations, and she was buying this particular energy drink, this particular SoBe, and putting it in her grandkids' sippy cups, and she thought she was buying juice. And so she was very upset, of course, to realize that that she was potentially harming her grandchildren. And some of the other harmful things is that you can get a heart arrhythmia because of the amount of caffeine that is in an energy drink. And people have had to go to the hospitals because of arrhythmias. Last year by November in the state of Utah, there were over 90 calls to poison control for caffeine overdose.
Really?
That's almost unheard of in the past.
Do they know what the source of that caffeine overdose was?
Well, they link it to energy drinks, and they link it to just high consumption of caffeine.
Very interesting. Well, this is a very interesting topic, and we're going to be right back because we want to talk a little about the marketing of these and really how they affect young people as opposed to us adults who maybe even know how much caffeine we're getting into. So stay with us. We're going to be right back after this quick word from Ashley Regional Medical Center.
If this were a lump in your breast, it could be cancer, and you wouldn't be able to feel it from inside or out. But there's a new technology that can see cancerous lumps at their earliest, most curable stages. It's technology that's helping save women's lives. It's called digital mammography. It can find a tumor years before you can feel it. Call Ashley Regional Medical Center to learn more and to schedule your appointment.
From VTV Channel 6 studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's topic is energy drinks. Sandra Richins joins us here in the studio. And very interesting, you know, within the last 5 years or so, at least from my knowledge, the popularity of energy drinks has just exploded, especially among young people. And you can see how these are marketed. They're pretty, they're flashy, you know, get the energy. But something that we were just talking about is the fact that not all energy drinks are simply energy drinks, that some actually contain alcohol. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, they do. Some of the energy drinks that contain alcohol, it's a low percentage of alcohol. However, the cans look so similar to the regular energy drinks that it's sometimes hard to decipher which has alcohol and which doesn't have alcohol. For example, the Rockstar 21 it looks exactly like the other Rockstars. However, it has a 21 on the front, which indicates alcohol. There was a student in Delta, Utah, who actually purchased a Rockstar 21 and took it to school, opened it up in class, and started drinking it before a peer told him that it had alcohol in it.
Wow. And if it's going to be that difficult for a minor to be able to tell the difference between them, I imagine that picking one up, taking it to the counter and paying for it, the cashier may not even be able to tell that there's which one is the one that has alcohol or not, and just will sell it to anybody.
And that has been a problem in the past. However, technology is improving, and with the new registers that they have at a lot of convenience stores, if a product contains alcohol and they scan it, then it shows on the register to ask for ID.
Oh, interesting.
And so they're trying to take away human error so that those things don't happen quite as often.
Yeah, but still, you're going to have things that are slipping through. What's the community doing to, I guess, get the word out? I mean, those who are adults have their right to make choices, but for younger people, what's being done to help them, you know, not need to have so much caffeine?
Well, you know, there are natural things that you can do. A good night's sleep, you know, we all need, you know, adults need 8 to 10, teenagers need 10 to 12, I believe. So a good night's sleep, parents can help out with that. Our kids are overloaded at school. They have school activities. A lot of them have jobs. So it's important for us to remember that it is our responsibility, after all, as citizens in the community and parents, to help these kids get the things they need. Exercise, great source of energy. And that makes me think about the way they're marketing these energy drinks. They're making it look like it's energy in a bottle, that there's no harm to it. They have athletes targeting our young athletes, saying that this will enhance your performance. They have an energy drink almost for every personality trait out there, because they know that we are energy deprived, that we're sleep deprived.
Yeah, right, as a nation. And also, these kinds of drinks you often hear are combined with alcoholic beverages. What's the danger of that?
Well, the danger in that is that it used to be when people consume a large amount of alcohol that they just go to sleep or become so relaxed and stop drinking. When they're mixing energy drinks and alcohol, what they're doing is they're able to stay awake longer and consume more alcohol, therefore raising their blood alcohol level to possibly a dangerous level.
Yeah, wouldn't even know. You know, being just awake more and
yes,
being in the environment, and that's kind of like you said, the targeting, the marketing of this is it's young, it's fun, you're gonna have great energy, but the repercussions aren't necessarily there, and really that's what it seems like you're trying to do, the community's trying to do, is simply be aware of the choices that you're making and what it could do to you. Really quick, can kids buy, obviously, non-alcoholic energy drinks at schools?
No, they can't buy them at schools. Our school district has taken some great steps to get them out of all the vending machines at the schools. You cannot buy anything with energy in it at any school in our district. The district has banned them. However, that doesn't stop the kids from stopping by the 7-Elevens or the convenience stores and picking one up before school.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sandra Richins, for joining us today. Again, always good to just simply be informed, realize what our children, maybe brothers and sisters, nephews, nieces are doing. Thank you for dropping by. Thanks for tuning in to Local Point on VTV Channel 6. You can view other local programs on our website as well as this one, vernal.tv. See you next time.